Subscribe to Film Companion for your film fix, hit the bell icon so you never miss an update.
Kamyab asks us to do something that we usually don't do. Shift focus from the hero to the actor in the periphery of the frame. The bit player who has a few lines, like the henchman who runs in to say something to the villain, the doctor who delivers the bad news that the lead has only 6 months to live, or the lawyer who loses in court. Basically, the men and women you see in countless movies but whose names you don't know because they aren't stars. They aren't even character actors. They occupy that nebulous, recognizable yet anonymous slot of celebrity. Sudhir, played by a wonderfully frayed, fumbling tragicomic Sanjay Mishra, is that man. Sudhir's first film was Heera Moti in Hong Kong, in which he played the man standing behind the dead body. The highlight of his career was playing the henchman Shera, whose signature line, "Bas enjoying life" or "Option kya hai" became a big hit. Over the decades, Sudhir has done 499 films. He's now a retired recluse, whose biggest joy is his alcohol and his granddaughter. After a botched-up television interview in which he साली declares कैरेक्टर एक्टर को आलू कहा जाता था and दर्शकों के दिलों में सिर्फ हीरो बसते हैं, Sudhir decides that he must do his 500th film and complete his oeuvre. Writer-director Hardik Mehta, who co-wrote the dialogues with Radhika Anand, tells Sudhir's story with empathy and affection. He keeps the humor intact with amusing recreation of film scenes from the 70s and 80s. He brings together many of the actors who actually lived this life. Avtar Gill, who plays a version of himself, Lilliput, Birbal, Guddi Maruti and Viju Khote, who's best remembered for playing the iconic Kalia in Sholay in 1975. You remember Gabbar Singh's killer line, "Ab tera kya hoga Kalia?" Khote passed away last year and Kamyab is dedicated to him. Incidentally, he has 443 credits on IMDb as actor. Hardik is a keen observer of the film industry and he gets the details exactly right. Sudhir's white boots and wig, the harrowed production head on the shoot, the slightly oily but charming casting director Dinesh Gulati. Deepak Dobriyal is terrific as Gulati, who as gatekeeper to Bollywood enjoys his own unique stardom. The motto of his company is "No couch, only casting." At Gulati's office, overrun by aspiring actors, beverages are served in mugs that have Gulati's own quotes on them. At one point, he tells Sudhir to drink juice because glow utar raha hai. The textures of the film are real but not gritty. Hardik gives us an unvarnished view of what life is like for artists in the lower echelons. Each day is a struggle to retain your optimism and your dignity. The film has heart, but it doesn't deliver the emotional heft or depth that a showbiz film like Luck by Chance did because the writing isn't sharp enough. Hardik relies too heavily on Sudhir and Gulati. The other characters, including Sudhir's daughter, his close friend and his neighbor, have too little flesh on them. The star in the film, appropriately muscular and entitled, is especially bland. I understand that this is a film about the sidekick, but surely the hero could have a smidgen of personality. Sanjay Mishra, with his droll expressions and unsentimental manner, doesn't let Kamyab slip into melodrama, but the climax set in Sudhir's granddaughter's school feels too staged. Kamyab throbs with a nostalgia for old-school Bollywood films, many of which were horribly cheesy, but they had a certain innocence. The film celebrates that innocence and the sheer awfulness of those films, but it doesn't acknowledge that the industry is more fluid now. The prime exhibit being Nawazuddin Siddiqui, whose blazing talent has propelled him from a side actor to hero. The songs by Rachita Arora don't add much either. But Kamyab does serve as a lightweight and necessary ode to the hundreds of actors who we know and yet don't know, which makes it worth watching. You might also want to check out Hardik's National Award-winning documentary, Ahmedabad Ma Famous, about the Kite Flying Festival in Ahmedabad. It's terrific. For more reviews like this, subscribe to Film Companion and don't forget to check out our website, filmcompanion.in. We're currently running a series of articles celebrating 50 years of Yash Raj films. Check that out.